Welcome to a test drive of the 2022 Hyundai Tucson plug-in hybrid. Now, the first thing I'll say at the outset, I've been driving this car for about a day, and I have really become a fan of the Hyundai hybrid products. These cars drive very nicely. I had a first generation Hyundai Ioniq as a rental car when my main daily driver was in the shop, and I have rented this one to review it for my YouTube channel, this Tucson plug-in hybrid, and these cars really feel nice to drive. The chassis balance on this is very good as far as decent ride and good handling. This plug-in hybrid one has plenty of power as far as acceleration for what you would expect. Obviously, it's not a sports car, but it gets up and goes with the best of them. And on kind of a back road like this, with a few twists and turns, the handling is very good. I mean, for a hybrid SUV that's, you know, not some kind of Porsche Cayenne e-hybrid or something, this car drives really nicely. And you could go further and do worse if you like to drive a car, but you need a sport utility vehicle that gets really good gas mileage and or is eligible for a carpool lane sticker, which the plug-in hybrid Hyundai Tucson currently is, and or want a big federal tax credit, whatever your reason for buying this car, if you do end up buying one, you're getting a car that drives very well, surprisingly well. And this is a brand new model. The whole Tucson lineup did just get redesigned for the 2022 model year, so that's certainly something to take into consideration. It's, you know, very modern chassis, but it feels modern. This feels like a car that just got redesigned. And, you know, I think one of the big motivations for a lot of people to buy a new car is to get something that actually feels new, because their old car feels old. And this feels like a new car, even though this particular example's got about 7,500 miles on it. But, you know, it definitely feels like a thoroughly modern design, and it just scoots along. I'm having a lot of fun driving this thing. The acceleration is quite good, even when you don't have the battery charge. The plug-in hybrids, you can charge the battery and it'll do 33 miles or something on pure electric power on a full charge of the battery. And when you do that, it's rated 80 mpge. You're probably not really going to get 80 miles per gallon of gas, just so you know, if you buy one of these. It is possible, but that's not. The E in MPGE stands for equivalent, and it's really meant more than anything to be kind of a standard measuring stick in the United States anyway, for consumers to choose electric vehicles or plug-in hybrid vehicles, because at least it gives you a level playing field as far as how to judge an electric car's efficiency. Real world fuel economy in this car depends on how often you charge it. So as a plug-in hybrid, you can plug it in, charge it up, and, you know, drive whatever it is, 33 miles or 37 miles on pure electric power. And if you take mostly short trips, you know, less than 33 miles, and you charge it in between when you drive it and park it and everything else, the more often you charge it, the better your mileage is going to be. If you never charge it, if you never plug it in one time, they say it'll average 35 miles per gallon, which it probably would. But if you're never going to charge it, you're probably better off just buying the regular Hyundai Tucson hybrid, because it's less money, and that one averages 38. Although you do allegedly get some tax breaks and potentially a carpool sticker, depending on what state you live in, when you buy the plug-in hybrid. So that's worth considering. And I'm sure it would be faster with a full battery, because then, uh-oh, drifted out of my lane. Over the line. I wish you could program the car to yell at you like John Goodman in The Big Lebowski, over the line, when you do the adaptive cruise thing, but that would probably get old for some people. But anyways, even without having it fully charged up, it's got plenty of pickup. I mean, this car has nice power, and it's effortless. You know, it really doesn't feel like the car's working very hard to generate it, which is nice. It really, the powertrain feels more substantial, like it feels more powerful than I would have expected, and it's really smooth, because it's still running on pure electric sometimes, and you don't really feel it when the gasoline engine kicks in, or when it's just running on battery, or it decides to charge the battery with the gas engine. You can look at graphics that show you all that stuff, but you never really feel the difference. So it's very refined. I mean, I know Hyundai has been working on hybrids for a long time. Brakes are good. Oh, we'll pass this guy, watch. Yeah, brakes are just fine, easy to modulate. Hyundai's been working on hybrids for a long time, and it shows. I mean, they really feel good, and I've become a big fan of the Hyundai hybrids. In a way, I kind of, I'd say I prefer them to the Toyotas, even though Toyota's been in the hybrid game the longest. You know, some of their cars just, it's like, oh, what are we doing? A Prius C is just a hateful little car. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I would rather drive one of these than a Toyota hybrid right now. That's my personal opinion. Your mileage may vary, as they say, but you know, this is a compelling case. I mean, the styling on the new Santa Fe's is great, and it's a fun car to drive. It's a weird looking truck. So if you want to get an idea of road noise, I'm currently doing about 55 miles an hour, and it's relatively quiet. Let's see if we got a chance to go for the pass here. waved at me, letting me know I had an obstacle in the way, but that was the camper what we were passing. And yeah, like I said, this thing just has plenty of power. If you're looking for a nice compact SUV with good pickup and theoretically good fuel economy, the more, like I said, the more you charge it, the more you're gonna get. This is a compelling choice in the market right now. This particular one's an SEL. In some ways it feels a little basic to me, like the steering wheel's just plastic. You got to move up to the Limited to get the leather wrapped wheel. You get leather seats on the Limited too. This one's got cloth. The cloth seats don't really bother me, but I like a leather wrapped steering wheel, so that kind of bothers me. But certain things like, you know, the turn control stock and the windshield wiper stock, those feel kind of higher end. But other, you know, little trim pieces in the car are, some of them, like on the sides of the doors and stuff, feel kind of cheap when you touch them. But overall, I'd say the mix of materials is average for the class. I do like the styling on the 2022 Tucson. I imagine they'll look the same for a few years. Person on a bicycle or something. That's my lane departure warning. Over the line! You are entering a world of pain! So that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm impressed with the way this car drives. It drives better than I expected. It's faster than I probably would have expected. And I recommend it. So yeah, if you're in the market for a small SUV, hey, check out the Hyundai Tucson and take it for a spin if you can on a nice curvy road like this, because it'll maybe give you a little bit more than you bargained for. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and that's all I have to say. Have a great day. Bye-bye.